looking to keep his MVP level of play going as the undefeated Raiders visit the Chargers in Hollywood tonight. However, if Justin Herbert gets the victory, there'd be a three-way tie atop the AFC West with Vegas, LA, and Denver. So, Shannon, who you got? Who wins tonight?
Skip, I think, look, this is a rivalry game. I think it's going to be close. I think there are going to be some points scored on both sides of the football, but I'm going to take the Chargers at home. Broncos, we got to get some quarterback because you look at the young quarterbacks in this division, they're going to be here for a while. My homeboy, Herbert and Derek Carr aren't going anywhere, so we need to catch up. I'm going to take the Chargers at home, although I do believe Derek Carr is playing at an MVP level. He's played well. But Justin Herbert, man, this dude has been out of his mind. I'm taking the Chargers.
Out of his mind, and my Cowboys beat him at home.
Man, you got to look. No, you skip.
Thank you. I am going to be true blue to Gru. I love John Gruden. I believe in John Gruden. You don't. And I say he is a classic front runner in a good way because he needs some front to run with. Once he gets that Chucky snarl going, it can be infectious for the whole team. It can be contagious. And I think this team is on a magic carpet ride.
2 cases tonight?
2 cases?
We'll put a case on it. Put a case on it.
One case, but I get...
No, you don't get nothing. You get whatever the Raiders scored, that's what you get.
I get the points. You got a break. It just got bet down to 3. So I'll take 3 for a case.
If you score 33, that's what you get. If you score 35, that's what you get.
Well, I thought you had the courage of your convictions.
I got to convert. Hold on. You believe in Chucky. You believe in Gruden. You true Gruden.
Yep. And I believe Derek Carr is going to make another MVP statement tonight, but I need the 3. It's at Chargers. It's in SoFi Stadium.
Oh, that ain't nice. I'm about to check it out. I need to check it out.
Okay. You give me 3 for a case.
No, we got a case on this thing. Justin Herbert outdoes Derek Carr.
Well, you're at home. You got to give me a break.
The Rams were just at home, so clearly that didn't work.
True.
They were just at home and they lost. For a case, I mean, the Raiders are playing well.
I do take pity on you because I took 4 more off you yesterday. So I'll give you 1 back. I'll give you 1 back. I'll take the Raiders with no points just because I love you.
Come on, Herbert. Come on, don't let me down. Don't let me down, Herbert.
I agree. I'm going with Shannon. I think the Chargers. Undisputed. Great stuff today. We're back same time. The Herd is back. Undisputed. And Ezekiel Elliott had their way against the Panthers' top-ranked defense. Dak threw 4 touchdowns while Zeke rushed for 143 yards and a touchdown of his own. The duo led Dallas to a 36-28 win over Carolina to improve to 3-1 on the year as they remain atop the NFC East. So, Shannon, scale of 1 to 10, how impressed were you with the Cowboys?
2.
A 2?
Yeah. Could they beat the
What game were you watching?
I watched the game that You remember when we had this conversation on Friday? I said it's going to be a very similar game to the Philadelphia Eagles because there's a team, they're beating a team that I didn't think and a lot of people didn't think were very good when you looked at their resume. Beating the Jets doesn't impress me. Beating the Houston Texans doesn't impress me. Jameis lost to an 0-4 team yesterday. So we're going to have to reassess what we really think about the New Orleans Saints because they got that great win on opening day against the Packers.
Yep.
Everybody was ready to anoint them. So we're going to have to reevaluate. It's going to take a little bit longer before we understand just what the New Orleans Saints are. But I think we can go out on a limb and say we don't believe the Jets are a very good team, even though they had a very impressive win yesterday, Skip. It seems to me that these teams now, if you got an offense, Skip, that you have wide receivers and you get down the field in a hurry, you can make plays. Teams are playing what we call shell coverage. They're playing their safeties deep. They say, we dare you to run the football. We dare you. We double dare you. And we saw that yesterday with the Cowboys. There's like, we can stop you with this light box. And the Cowboys say, no, hell, you can't. You better drop that safety down there. Well, Skip, they're down J.C. Horn. They're down a few corners also. Do you really want to go one-on-one with Amari and CeeDee Lamb and Wilson, who's playing very well? They got some tight ends, Jarwin and Schultz, do a very good job in the receiving game for the Cowboys. And so that's the way they were going to play it. And Zeke got going early. And Zeke is a type of running back, and this is how most running backs are, Skip. You let them get a 10-yard run. You let them get a 15-yard run within their first 2 to 3 carries, well, you got hell on your hand. Because now they're getting the rhythm. They're like, oh, yeah, it's going to be one of them days. And Zeke started eating. And so for me, Skip, when I look at it, I never thought, and I told you this, I said, Skip, I don't really believe the Carolina's that good. I don't believe all those defense, you throw out the stats, #1 in rush, #1 in this, #1 in that. I said, well, Skip, who they play? Well, they're number. I say, Skip, they really haven't played anybody. Davis Mills doesn't excite me. Zach Wilson, I think, has the potential to be good if they get some more pieces around him and can protect him.
Had a big day yesterday.
But at this present time, no. So for me, Skip, you want me to give you credit for something that I did against a team that I didn't think was very good anyway. Dak was 14 to 22, 188, 4 touchdowns. That was very impressive. But once you get the running game going and you see they play action off it. Now, I was impressed with the throw to Amari. Only a handful of quarterbacks going to put that ball right there. It is just basically here's the chimney throw. You just drop it down the chimney and he just stuck his arm out and the ball fell in his arm. But Carolina is not very good. I don't care what you say, what other people have tried to convince themselves that, oh, Carolina. No, Skip. They're not that good.
Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
I'm going to borrow your phrase and tell you you're about to have hell to pay. You're about to have hell on your hands because my team is legit. To answer Jenny's question.
They're not.
Scale of 1 to 10, how impressed was I yesterday? That was a big 9 for me. I'm just...
A 9?
Yeah, I'm eye testing. I don't care who the opponent was yesterday. I'm eye testing my Cowboys. I do care that Carolina has a legit defense. I do care that they did come in number 1 against the run, having allowed 135 yards in 3 games.
What running back did they face?
We went for 245 in 1 game. 135 in 3 games they'd allowed. 245 in 1 game was my Cowboy rushing attack. What have I told you about my team? It's turned into a rushing juggernaut. My team has suddenly climbed very quietly to number 2 in the NFL in rushing, just behind the Cleveland Browns. Does that impress you at all? Does that catch your eye? Does that open your eyes? Does that turn your head?
Well,
Does that scare the hell out of you?
Well, Cleveland better keep their running game because their quarterback...
Okay, well, I told you what was going to happen. As soon as Odell came back, he was
Oh, now you were able to stop that,
well,
Skip.
that's what I called it. I called it. He had his worst game with the first game back from Odell. But here we go back to my Cowboys. They ran it 34 times yesterday and threw it only 22 times. That is the formula for magic to happen. 34 to 22.
Man, if you think your Cowboys going to be going through the season throwing the ball 22 times, you out your mind.
With Dak Prescott as the leader and quarterback of my team.
Oh, as the maestro. He's the maestro now, huh?
They are now 27-0, 27-0 when they run it more than they pass it with Dak at quarterback. That's a very interesting stat that just shot all the way up to 27-0. And I've been trying to tell you, something is going on here with my team.
They're playing bad teams. That's what's going on.
Something very different from last year or the year before or any of the other Dak years. Something special is starting to percolate here because it's all coming together right on time, and they get a little better each game because they have firepower on both sides of the ball. And I remind you that Mike McCarthy said before the year, I've never seen one side of the ball flipped in an offseason like we flipped our defense. How can you not love that? Because what did they do yesterday? They keep taking the ball away. They turned it over no times. The team that came in leading the league in sacks, the Carolina Panthers, led the league in sacks. How many times did they get to Dak? How about no times? No turnovers, no sacks, and 2 more takeaways. And I think even you would agree, Trevon Diggs has risen into, he's looking like...
Defensive player of the year?
Well, he's in the conversation as the best cornerback. I know that guy for the Rams is pretty great.
But Skip, remember I told you, I said, Skip, he has the ability to be good. I said, once he stops guessing so much, because last year he was feast or famine. He might get you, but he gonna give up the touchdown. Now he's not guessing as much, Skip.
Okay,
he's not,
I
as
do
Woody
believe...
says, he's not lazy.
Yeah.
Skip, there are only a handful of cornerbacks that could have made that play.
Okay, he guessed on the second one. Are we showing the second one? No, this is the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, he just sort of drifted.
And he got great hands.
Great hands because of his brother. Here's the second one. This is a clue.
Yeah.
Pick.
Right.
This is I gotcha. Maybe it's a film study pick.
Well, Skip, I'm playing the Skip.
Remember, that's DJ Moore, and he not only did he jump the route, he took the football right out of his hands because he can play the ball.
Skip, if I'm not mistaken, it's 3rd and 3. He knows there's coming out with a blitz. He knows the ball's got to come out quick. He said, I'm going to stand right here. If he throws this and he misses inside, I'm going to pick it.
Okay? It's a number 1 corner pick. It's one of those that if you're going to be a Pro Bowl corner, that's the kind of play you have to make. So now we've seen 4 games with 5 interceptions. That will work.
Yes.
Something is going on here, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
And how about my man Randy Gregory? I predicted before the year that he was going to have a breakout year and make a Pro Bowl kind of statement. I don't know if he has enough reputation to make the Pro Bowl. Was he not wreaking havoc yesterday,
He
and he had
well.
2 sacks. And I've said before, Micah needs to be lined up in a 3-point stance down on the line of scrimmage, or at least standing up on the edge and coming off the edge. And yesterday, they tried to out-cute themselves. Let's play him at linebacker so he's floating in the middle of the pass. I don't care. I don't want him back in the middle of the pass defense.
No.
I need
You
him
want
up
him to go
near
get the quarterback.
Yeah, get near the line of scrimmage. Wherever you want to put him, you can move him all over. Sometimes they would stand him up in the middle of the formation. I'm good with that. Rush the passer.
Right.
Not until the end, in the fourth quarter, did they start rushing the passer.
But Skip, if you look at